We gotta do Dan Evident voice exercises once we do Undertale.
Or the airing one. Stacy! Fucking don't like you! Stacy! Stacy Williams! You're a bitch! She's a bitch!
Sorry guys, I'm just doing my voice exercises.
It's an exercise, trust.
Connor Price will die.
I will kill Connor Williams. Hello. Connor Williams? Do you know who that is?
I don't know.
Would you like to?
Well, I would love to, but let me start off this bitch first, and then we can fucking go for it.
Yeah, okay.
All right, I'm assuming we have a plan to kill him, right? Connor Williams?
What? No, we'll get into that. We'll get into that.
We'll talk about it
Go
in a bit.
Okay.
What's your bit, man?
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Chucklefux. This is episode
17.
No, this is 19.
What? You're probably right.
Yeah, we uploaded 16 this week.
And then we have
so
17
is going up next.
We're doing this again.
18. 19.
Every episode. This is 19.
Yeah, it's 19. Nice. Imagine like we're not on episode 19 and we're just skipping 2 other episodes.
I mean, we already skipped one, so what's stopping us from skipping more? You know,
we just
have the power.
Skip every 4, like 4, like you
no.
know, fuck on the numbers that have 4 in them. So like we never have any 40s. We go straight to 50.
A thing that Chinese people do because
skipping
4
is a bad number. It's not good.
4 as a number has the same sound as death. So to avoid bad luck, what happened? 4 is. Are you trying to say the English word 4 with a Chinese accent?
4.
What's up,
Chinese word? It's 4.
Bro, you want to get some pho?
You want to get some pho?
You know, in places that are still very like superstitious, they actually don't have like a 4th floor. Like they would skip it. Like they would legit go to the 3rd floor.
Like a 12-story thing, they just won't label it 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how some hotels don't put floor 13.
Floor 13, really?
Yeah, some hotels do that.
I don't go to very many hotels.
Yeah, it's because living on that floor is bad luck. So they just have the 3rd floor and then they skip a floor and they go to the 5th floor.
Right.
Which is what we're doing. We skip episode 14.
Wait, 4, 13? What's the significance of 4 and 13? Isn't 13 like 13's an unlucky number, right?
Yeah, 13 is just is unlucky.
Right.
4 is because Asian unlucky number. It's not just a Chinese thing. It's just a.
Is it like an everything? Everyone thing? Everyone doesn't like.
I know in Japan
4?
they have a 4 superstition as well.
I wonder if like that's like a statistic thing. You know what I mean? Like 3 times, like you might have something bad happen, but like after the 4th time, that's when shit goes down. You know, like maybe that's why. And then people are like, "Oh my god, like 4s are bad. It can't happen in 4s. You could have triplets, but if you have quadruplets, you're fucking dead." You know?
Don't know if it goes that deep. It's like saying tritones are the fucking devils, like whatever. I don't think it goes that deep.
I didn't think about that. That's a diminished 4th. It's a diminished 4th. Yeah. Yo, that's crazy. I didn't even think about that.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and introduce today's pin.
Yo. Oh, it's a pin. Oh, I forgot you're a pin guy.
I'm a pin guy now.
Yeah.
And today's pin is sounds gay, I'm in.
Nice.
Sounds gay, I'm in. Very good. Is that what you're wearing today?
Yes, sir.
Very good. All right, so we're going to do some bits that are really fucking gay. Like, Josh, whip it out.
Already?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a thing you guys... Hey guys, welcome to this audio podcast where Josh just made a sound that is silent.
It was like a sound. I don't know if I even picked up, but
he whipped out his hand and he made like a...
No. He didn't whip out his hand. He whipped out his dick.
You're
You're right.
Yeah. It was
he just made the lightest little clap of flesh, just like...
It's like clapping your ass cheek. He's like clapping his dick on his thigh.
I don't got turbulence going on. That's why.
Turbulence.
Bet money fucking ass clap sounds way louder.
What?
Can we go back to killing fucking
Connor Williams?
Yeah, Connor Williams. What was he about? Why are we killing him?
All right, so watch this. Connor Williams was a guy that existed around the time of World War II. He was in World War II.
This motherfucker's already dead.
Not yet.
Well, We'll get there, right?
Okay.
So Connor Williams was a guy that lived around World War II era, right? He was in the war when he was 17.
Era.
Right? Era. I did a weird arm thing. Anyways, that's why they're making fun of me.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Look, I'm just trying to explain it because we keep doing visual things and no one understands what we're doing.
No.
And they're like, and they're like, what the fuck just
assumed
happened?
that bit's gonna get cut out, but keep going.
No.
No, you got this. Keep going.
So Connor Williams, guy existed around World War II, was in World War II for the Allies.
Yeah.
When he was 17, right? Survived, whatever, chilled. Afterwards, he was a mass murderer, right? He killed a bunch of people in Germany just for shits and giggles.
Is he German?
No, he was American. Williams.
Okay.
He was part of the Allies.
Yeah, he was part of the Allies.
All right.
Williams. Connor Williams. That's
not related to Serena Williams.
He was a white dude, so yeah, definitely not related to Serena Williams. Killed a bunch of people in Germany just
How many
for shits.
are we talking?
I don't remember the
Anywhere
number.
near the leaderboard or just
Define leaderboard as in leaderboard?
Yeah,
no,
kill
nowhere
count.
nowhere near. But a single person actually killing people, he was pretty up there.
Okay.
Like with John Wayne Gacy.
How many did John Wayne Gacy?
Is
Is that the kid one?
32, I think.
Well, he was 28. He was around the 20, late 20s, high 20s count. Right?
I don't give a fuck how old he is. All I talk about is
I'm saying
his
the
kill count.
The kill count. I
Okay,
said late 20s. That's not what I meant to say. High 20s. High 20s is his kill count. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's respectable.
Yeah, but he
Yes.
was. I mean, he would specifically go for Nazis, right, or people that were associated with
he's
Nazis.
that type of serial killer. Okay.
Yeah. So it's not that bad,
So he's
but
a
also
good serial killer.
he's a good serial killer. But then he started eating them, and that was when it kind of went and it started it went to necrophilia, and then he started selling food to people that was made out of the old Nazis and everything. Yeah, it was not a good time. And he didn't
made
really
handbags off their skin.
Dude went to the dark side real fucking fast, my guy.
What?
Dude went to the dark side real fucking fast.
100%.
Yeah.
This guy never got convicted of anything because there was really no government happening around that time because the splits and everything. Berlin was its own thing. Yeah, it was the Nazis.
I wonder if for a serial killer, a post-war country, in their eyes, hey, yo, actually, this is prime fucking location. Let's go for it.
That's probably what happened. But like I said, he never got convicted of anything. I mean, everybody pretty much knew what was happening.
Okay.
But nothing ever happened. And now he's back in the US and he's just chilling. He's vibing.
What do you mean now? He's back?
I mean, he's
just
old.
chilling?
He's old. But no, I'm saying he moved back. He moved back to the US, but he's old. And he's been living here since then. I don't know when he moved back, but he moved back a long time ago, and he's been here, and nothing's ever happened to him.
Which
since.
state did he move into?
I don't know.
Wisconsin.
Probably. That sounds like a mass murderer kind of dude. State.
All right, let's do it. Sounds gay. I'm in.
I don't think we need to kill him. He's sort of like a hero if you think about it.
Yeah, he's kind of a hero,
If we wanted to kill him, we could just put an ice cube near his his bedside.
An ice cube?
Yeah, he'll just slip on it and die.
Wow, that was a stretch. Holy shit. Wow. You fucking got me. You lost me. Holy shit.
Or,
all right.
Or what we could do is that we can just go to his house. He's probably bedridden, right? It's not like he's going anywhere. He's probably just chilling in his house or something.
Yeah, probably.
Does he live alone? You think he lives alone?
Maybe.
Do we want collateral?
Yes.
Are we thinking about yeah?
No? Yes? Depends. What kind of collateral?
To get the whole bloodline?
Let's do this,
bloodline?
right? Let's pull a Midsummer and we just fucking gas their shit with just turn on all the cars and then just tube up their fucking mono dioxide
carbon monoxide?
Carbon
monoxide.
Yeah, that's right.
I was like, wait.
Holy fuck, dude.
Monoxide.
Nah, just gas them out. Easy money.
You're right.
Do it Nazi style.
100%. Not do what he did to the Nazis.
That's right.
That's crazy.
Well, not what he did to the Nazis, but yeah.
Well, the Nazis did
close enough.
There's
some link somewhere for someone to figure out.
100%.
Probably just not us.
Right. Yeah. So I just want you to know I made that whole thing up. I lied to you. I'm so sorry.
Why are you saying that? You should just let him on for a long ass time.
I don't know how. I don't know. He probably wouldn't care in 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm very betrayed.
No.
I feel very betrayed right now.
He would carry like when he listens to this episode, he'd be like,
oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, I should. Can you forget that?
I'm trying to.
Can you go like,
you know?
Yeah, bro, that was totally real. Everything. He's in Wisconsin now. He has like 4 kids.
No.
His bloodline is like still
crazy.
going.
Wow.
Like I know one of his like great grandkids.
Wow.
should I like search up if there's like an actual Connor Williams out there?
That's like a murderer or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guys, I really wasn't planning to get bummed out this early on. This is insane.
Wait, hold on.
Wait, actually?
Who's
He's a
Connor
football guy.
Williams? What?
Connor Williams? Oh, he's a football
Yeah.
guy? Oh, well, I just accused Connor Williams of being a fucking mass murderer in Germany in the 1940s.
Let's just kill him. Let's just kill him or call it even. I'll forgive all the betrayal if we just go kill him instead.
He's part of the
Where does he
Dolphins.
live?
The Dolphins?
Miami Dolphins.
They don't win anything, right?
Gay-ass fucking name. Who the fuck called himself
Dolphins?
the Dolphins for a land sport?
I think they're okay, actually.
It's like calling
They're in Miami, though. It's like, what else? Like, they're not going to call themselves, like, the Indians.
the Miami Wetbacks.
The Miami Wetbacks!
They don't have Mexicans, though.
Wasn't there a team that was called that? Like, something Wetbacks?
No? Bleep those
There's
out.
the Redskins.
No, I can say it. It's my word.
Yeah, you're right.
The
The-
Wetskins?
No, the Reds.
The Redskins.
The Reds.
That's why I was like, the Wetskins? What the fuck?
Can the wet skin canonically in Chucklefux lore be a slur that people that don't know how to swim call other people? The wet skin.
Black people call everybody else Wetskins.
It's a racist guy with the lisp.
Oh, yeah. The Wetskins.
The Redskins. I hate the Redskins.
What would you call that flavor of discrimination? It's not racism. It's based off of skill.
Skill system.
Skillist.
Skillist.
Skillet.
Skillet.
Yeah,
Bro, I'm so skillet.
Fucking wet skins, man.
Bro, you're not skillet enough.
I think they changed the name of the Redskins, actually.
Comatose. I will never pick up down an
Is it football?
overdose.
That's
What
skillet.
do you change it to, man?
Never mind. I thought they
Dolphins?
did. Never mind.
Dolphins changed their name to Wetskins?
No. Oh, they're the Commanders now. That's lame.
Dolphins to Commanders?
No,
the
Redskins.
Redskins.
Oh, the Redskins.
They're the Redskins are the Commanders now. That's lame.
Commanders?
Yeah,
Are there any
that is
Commanders
kinda
in the
lame.
Redskins? Are there...
I mean,
We're
there
like-
sure is some commander in Redskin.
Why didn't they change their name to the Chiefs?
I think that's in basketball.
That's a
it
different
might have
sport.
been
Who cares?
another name that's already.
Are there no
around or
like
I don't
something.
think
double
you can.
names
You
in
change
like
to
I
like
think
you
so.
know.
across sports? That's gay.
No, because probably copyright.
Did you just say Ching Chong?
Where the fuck did you hear me say Ching Chong, my
he's
guy?
mishearing all of us, man.
I am. I really am.
I mean, look, he probably, I'll let that go. He probably just looked at my face and he just screamed Ching Chong so loud that he
Whenever
just
I
heard
drone
it, right?
him out, I hear it. Ching ching ching, ching 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 ching. Gotta celebrate our differences. Fucking found that song
She
the other
did?
day. Yeah,
Oh, it's
she
so
thought it was
good.
the funniest fucking thing.
Jimmy Chong, Taco
Ooga 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 ooga.
Wow.
Celebrate our differences.
Guys, episode 19 is a really racially charged episode, my guy.
I like how we're not gonna get racist.
Hold on. We never said we were going to not get racist, all right? Racism has always been in our blood. That's just how
it's
it goes.
political.
Yeah, I think it was political.
Yeah.
No, we get racist all the
All
time.
the fucking time, my guy.
Yeah, slavery's still a thing.
That's one of like the 4 different flavors that we have in this podcast: racism, sexism, all the
What
others.
are the other two? No, you need to
Being
listen now.
political.
You said political? We never get political, though.
We went political for a full episode.
Where?
That was
When?
supplementary.
Which
Was it
one?
Supplementary?
Yeah, that was a supplementary.
Remember when we talked about Trump and we got hella pissed at people not participating at politics because politics just as a whole didn't make any fucking sense and it just sucked?
I'm
and
pretty
we
sure
talked
that's
about
a
that for, like,
supplementary.
An hour and a half. You remember that, Josh?
I guess. I mean, I don't. Would you consider that super political though? I think that's like a general like a concept of like everyone should be involved in politics. Everyone should like do their part. You know,
I guess so.
it's not like we shared any opinions. Like I think all wetbacks should be sent to their country. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't say that. You know?
I think the things that like spark the most conversation.
Take that out of context. I fucking dare you. Anyways, go ahead. Right? What?
What? I'm so confused. What the fuck did you just do?
He wants to get canceled.
No, I want someone to try to get me canceled.
Oh.
Because then they'll see what color I am and they'll be like, whoa.
Beige.
You mean skin color?
They'll see that I'm skin color and they'll be like, wait, what the fuck?
Have we talked about that in the podcast? Do you want to re-account?
No, we mentioned it, but I don't think that you told the full story.
I think we told the skin color like story on like the original
just
podcast.
Briefly, can you update the listener on the skin color story? Okay. Just have some good Eric lore for us.
So when I was like 7 or 8 or whatever, I truly did not see color. I just thought everyone was skin color, you know? And so my dad was he was like trying to teach me like what color I am, right? And he was like, what color are you? And I'm like, I'm skin color. And he's like, okay, what color am I? And I'm like, you're skin color. And then my dad like showed me a picture of a black person and he was like, what color are they? Skin color. And he's like, no. And then he asked like what color my stepmom was. And I was like, skin color. And then we like went back and forth for like hours on like me just saying that I was skin color and him to like being like, no, you're brown. She's white. You're brown. That person's black.
Honestly, I don't know why they tried to change your opinion on that. I think that's pretty good.
I thought it was pretty good.
No, yeah, that's a pretty good like idea to have in your head.
Well, at the same
skin color or people being brown.
I think so. Honestly, right? I think it's a good idea to have.
Yeah, especially for being young.
Well, I think it's mainly good for like white people, right? Because then they really don't grow up with any kind of like idea that of any person, really, right? But for people of color, of minorities, right? We kind of have to know what we are because we have to understand why there might be prejudices against us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially like for black people.
But you're white.
Well, I am. I'm like half white. But like if you look at me, you're not going to say that guy's white, you know? Nobody has...
You're white.
Oh! Nobody like has ever like in any cultural setting, nobody has like walked up to me and started speaking English in like the most white accent they could think of. They come up to me in whatever like dialect they speak of whatever language they speak, you know, mostly being Spanish because that's usually where I'm at. But
one of my favorite things to do as a person that is bilingual is to just go around pretending I don't speak a particular language, be that English or Chinese, depending on the situation, it could flip.
Yeah.
But it's just a really convenient time. I went to this barber not too long ago to get my hair cut. My hair looks like shit now because I haven't went there. And I spoke English exclusively just because I wanted to listen in on what the motherfuckers are saying. You know, like... Just in case. It's just always a good advantage to hold back a little and then just, you know, pretend like you don't know shit. And then when the time comes, you're like, okay, I know what's happening. Or like, you know, people let their guard down.
It's like listening to Vietnamese lady gossip about people.
Yeah, kind of like that. You know, when you went to a nail salon and you understand them perfectly and they're just gossiping, you're like, and then you just don't give them a tip and never come back. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah. I get you. Bro, have you seen that video of that one chick that was she was like getting like a pedicure or something like that?
And then the girl gags.
She was like... And she was like, "Oh my god, why are you so?" She's like, "Your feet stink." You know,
that's a biohazard right there, my guy. 100%. If you have feet that's that bad, holy
especially
shit, my
like
guy.
A lady that works around feet all day, every day. Like, if your feet stink that bad, it's bad. I'm sure she gets like some pretty like stinky stuff.
Like, I'm pretty sure that she wasn't overreacting. They rarely.
Yeah, they never like they don't give a shit.
Yeah,
like they're just gonna do their thing and get out. If
it's that bad, there has to be a whole ass population living on your foot. Like that's just insane.
That lady's gotta get her feet checked out.
100%.
I don't think a nail salon's gonna fix it up.
She's gotta take showers, my guy. She gotta take care of her
get
feet.
Those feet checked out and also bring along a complimentary gas mask.
Here, put this on.
Oh man,
shit, my guy.
Fuck. But yeah, no, it's a good time.
I don't think I've ever met anyone that has like an odor so horrific that everyone around them just go like, oh, you know? Actually, no, it happened once.
Oh, you know? I think someone asked me when was like the last time I remember smelling. I remember now. Now that we're talking about this.
Was it when you smelled weed? When me and you were talking that one time?
No. I've always pretty much known what like weed smells like. There was this one time in middle school, right? where I was just chilling. We were like in the gym. I think it was like during PE or something. I was in the middle of like gym chilling, and like I don't know if we were in PE or if we were just chilling in the gym. But there was this girl behind us who like wanted to like join the conversation of like whatever we were talking about. And like I turned around to like acknowledge her, and I remember her speak, and I was like, what? Oh God! I totally forgot that happened because
it was that one SpongeBob episode when he has the bad breath, and everyone's
everyone was like, oh, it was like me and like all my friends around me were like,
you can see like
God.
her breath like coming towards you, and like
it was like it was literally like we were gonna fucking die, and we all just fucking dipped. We just left that girl by herself. She wasn't by herself; she was with other like people that like stayed with her. But like me and the other guy, we were like, no, we're good because we didn't even really know her. Like we had no idea who the fuck she was.
When is this? Like
he said
how
middle
long
school.
ago?
Middle school, like.
And when did you actually lose your smell? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember. I don't think it was ever like a oh, I lost my smell right there.
It's pretty gradual.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
like when he was scared
thing.
about being able to smell. It's gonna be gradual for sure.
Say that whole sentence again. What?
I said it's like when you got scared of being able to smell, like a few episodes ago. Yeah, it's gonna be gradual, like how you lost it.
Yeah, it's not like all of a sudden.
No, yeah.
Are you looking stuff up?
No. So if you guys are keeping up with the notes, right? Since we're on the topic of your smell, I was really trying to segue, but the problem is I don't remember what my note is. The note itself is smell things to explore with Eric because you can't smell.
It's like describing. You were like describing things to him like that one time.
Well, no, okay, so the exact point of me losing this note is that right underneath smell things to explore with Eric, I have this actual structure idea that I want to try that's almost like not like a game, but more like a way for me to organize this information I'm trying to present to you, like a scientific experiment. I'm using you as a lab rat.
Are you trying to, if you're trying to actually give me things to smell, I'm really stuffy right now, so that wouldn't even work.
No, not right now. I don't have anything for you to smell. It's just an idea that I'm like proposing. Still very much in the lab, as they say. But right underneath it,
there's a lot of things.
Right underneath it, it's an acronym that I have put for my idea because I don't want to just expose it, but I want to like remember it. Didn't work really well because I don't remember what it is now.
You should just read in your own notes.
It's WAITOOS. I have no idea what that means.
Wait, too.
Well, it's not a word. It's an acronym for like a thing that I was trying to do.
Around inside the optical system.
There's two O's.
Oh, optical organ system.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
That's what it was. I was like, oh,
imagine
nailed it. Nailed it.
No, not even I'm that dumb. I have no idea. I guess smell things to explore with Eric was just, I'm guessing it would be some sort of a tier list of like
smell,
ascending like pungency of smell to try to present to you to see like if any of them will work. I have no idea.
I wonder if smelling salts would work on you.
Or I might have. You know what?
I think like the singeing like feeling would probably happen or something.
No, I don't know. It might have been me trying to find a way to record what you think each item smells like.
I was thinking of like I could try to taste it, but if you gave me a chemical, I wouldn't do that.
Well, no, I'm not going to give you
any... you want to know what bleach smells like?
I'm not trying to kill you yet, like, we still need you at least, for the podcast.
Yeah, like, wait like another 5 years so we get like 300 episodes or something like that, and then kill me off. And then replace me with like, like a blacker version, funnier version of me.
Why blacker?
I'm referencing the Rooster Teeth podcast. It's fine. It didn't land. Honestly, I've been listening to the Rooster Teeth podcast like after they replaced Gus. And it's actually pretty funny. They're pretty good. Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty funny. I like them. I was like kind of listening to them for a bit, like for my like overnight shifts and stuff. I've been listening.
Do they have a particular like subject plot that they would like to talk about?
They're very much like about like skits. It's almost like an SNL type,
interesting
type of thing, where they're just like they're just talking.
Yeah,
but then they do SNL type bits where they're like trying to like give you news, but in a funny way, kind of thing.
I should look into that actually. I've
been
trying to just listen to more diverse like comedy podcasts to begin with. I
think they're really good. Honestly, I think they're really like funny in a very clever way. I honestly really like the way that they're funny. I don't know how to explain that. Like they're just It's clever.
I understand what you're talking about because I've been listening to more, I guess, traditional and like produced podcasts because the stuff that we listen to or they started listening to or introduced to, it's like very raw. Like Fuckface is an extremely raw podcast. Like they don't do that much editing and like they don't have any planned bit or skit. It's really just them bouncing off of each other. But then like comedy podcasts out there are people like making a set topic every week and then
they like write out their stuff.
Yeah, there's a really good podcast I started listening to recently called "There's No Such Thing as a Fish."
Oh,
and
what?
Their premise is basically that every week someone will bring up an interesting fact of the week, and then they would start like that a week prior, and everyone on the podcast, there's like 4 people, would research that and like come up with their own bits and like information about it, and they just talk about that really interesting topic. And the reason why the podcast is called that is because on the pilot episode, one of the facts that like got a lot of attention was there's no such thing as a fish. So they just talked about that for a whole episode, and like most of the stuff sounds like there's not that much comedic value in it, but they're really just good. Like they're going for it. They're like funny. They know bits that they can come up with themselves, and then they started connecting like information that they found with each other. It's a great time. But yeah, I'm like thoroughly impressed by that more produced and quote unquote professional like comedy, like more traditional comedy than what we're typically used to.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, no, for the Rooster Teeth like podcast, they write all of their like not all of their stuff, but like their skits they write about. But if it's almost like the podcast of them just talking, whatever, catching up, just like kind of riffing off each other, which is then interrupted by skits that they write and like they have like moments with, and then they have like skits of like them just doing random stuff, and like their skits are pretty funny. I think they're really good. On the topic of things like there's no such thing as fish. Can I go look for something really quick? I think
as long as you come back,
I'll come back. I'll come back. If I don't find it in the next like couple of minutes, I'm just going to come back. But I think I know where it is.
Cool.
And I think you would find this very entertaining. If I haven't already talked to you about this already, which I probably have, but
go. You got it. Go.
Get out there. Get out there, Tiger.
There he goes.
Don't call me Tiger. I'm a fucking puppy. Fuck.
That's one thing I realized that doesn't make sense about me.
About you?
Yeah.
I am very interested to know what do you not think makes sense about you?
In high school, I tutored a lot of people. I was thinking about that recently. I was like, I suck at explaining shit. I was like, how the fuck do I tutor these people where I have to explain shit and how things work, even though I suck at explaining stuff.
I don't think you suck at explaining stuff. You just probably haven't done a whole lot of explaining since then.
I get no, but I still tutor in college too.
Also, it's different explaining stuff
with
words and tutoring, because tutoring, you're already in a set system and you're teaching them like a thing that you learn that's step by step that's already taught to you. You know, it's not like you're coming up with that stuff by yourself. It's more like you explaining something that, you know, was already structured to someone else that doesn't get it. Fuck, nice. I just threw away my bottle cap. Now what am I going to fucking do with this giant bottle of mineral water?
Drink it? Yeah, that's also how I got girls' numbers in high school and college.
I gotta say, tutoring, I don't think that's the best way to go for getting numbers.
No, not at all.
Because, like, yeah, you get their numbers, but that
it's not
never
gonna go anywhere. No.
Or, I mean, it could go somewhere. You just have to work really fucking hard for it.
No, yeah.
You know? Nah, bro. Like, that's not the way to go. But I mean, like, explaining stuff in general is just a thing that comes with practice. I don't think it's something to really fret about. And also, I gotta say, at least for this podcast, we get a great deal of enjoyment out of you failing to like explain stuff. Like, I remember the last recording session when we were making fun of people saying the fucking suit cost diabetes or some shit. That was so fucking funny. It's so good, my guy. And
that.
Yeah, it's like a bio suit that like it's just really fucking good. It's because
Eric took it out of context. I was like, no, I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore.
But like that's the good bits though. Like without you like explaining that bit and him kind of just taking out of context,
he didn't let me finish.
It would have never happened. It was
he didn't let me finish at the time.
Good.
I'm trying to see notes I have. Our daily.
Hold on. Let's wait for the dude to come back and then we can start because I would hate for you to waste one of your notes if like he's not here to listen to it. Sorry, I lost it. I completely lost it.
Keep that. Keep that.
I had one of those factory reset moments.
You fucking
You just see the soul fucking leave my eye. It's fucking great.
Yeah, I just saw thong.
What the fuck just happened?
He blue screened on me.
He what?
we had like a flowing conversation right until you were about to come back, and I just drew a blank. And I was
gonna start a topic but then Dane was like, no, let's wait until he gets back. So then, since we don't have that many topics this time around, and he was like, well.
yeah. I just really fucking lost it.
Very good. No, I couldn't find the thing.
Rip.
It was an old essay that I wrote in high school. And it was the teacher said, "Hey,
do you know if you have it for sure?"
I know I for sure have it because I think it's the funniest thing I have ever created.
Nice. I would love for you to be able to find that in between the two episodes.
I would love to.
That would
see
be
if
fantastic.
I know I have it. I just don't know exactly where I put it. But it's just an essay of me disproving the fact that there is no such thing as squares. It's only triangles.
I'm sorry, what?
There's no such thing as squares.
I think you've told me about that.
I've definitely mentioned this to you guys before, but I don't think I've ever read it.
Two triangles.
It's two triangles put together. Because there's no such thing as squares.
No, I think we talked about it and it made perfect sense. I get you.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I'm really excited
for that. The prompt was just write whatever the fuck you want, and I went fucking ham. One of the only times I was ever actually inspired to write anything, and I feel like that was the best thing I've ever created.
I always had this fucking asshole tendency in me, right? If someone give me complete freedom to do something, I'm going to do the thing that makes the least amount of sense, right? Like if you give me a complete, it's like, oh yeah, this proves something in nature. I'm going to be like, the earth is flat. Just the most insane bullshit you can think of.
I mean, it really doesn't make any sense. Like I eventually relate it to Beyonce, I think, or like Kim Kardashian.
Nice.
Eventually, I think I also I bring up World War III in it or something.
Just a side tangent.
Think about the future.
I
would love to have that as like a topic that's on its own when you find it.
World War III?
I find it just your essay in general. Just like whatever it is.
You mean triangles.
Your triangles,
I just think it's really interesting that you don't know what the fuck Britney Spears looks like. Like he knows all of the hood celebrities, right? That's basically what it is.
Yeah, I do. Huh? I guess I do.
Yeah, he knows Kim K. He knows like a bunch of other stuff, and then
Tupac,
like anything that is just too white for his thing, he would just not understand. And motherfucker didn't know what Madonna looked like. It's great. It's fantastic. I am so happy for
you. Yeah. I'm like, there's no like gray area for me. It's either I know like the fucking most ghetto shit or the whitest bullshit, you know? There's no like, oh yeah, I know a little bit of both. Like it's either like, yeah, no.
The motherfucker is really like the yin yang of a human being.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good time.
My favorite flat earth thing that Jaden reminded me of is how like the dinosaurs went extinct. How it's just like a meteor like hitting the earth and then they all just got blasted off the earth.
They all just got flung off.
Yeah, they all just flung off the earth.
Because it was like a seesaw, like Oh man. Okay, well, can we talk about that really quick? So, like,
dinosaurs?
No.
Flat Earth?
Well, like the idea of like the flat Earth or like the
Earth.
just let it go. Just let it go.
No, I'm letting it go. What's up?
So an interesting thought that I used to have like a while back was that like not necessarily that the Earth is flat, but it's way bigger than we believe it is, right? So it's like the flat earthers are like, oh, whatever, it's like it's not flat.
So you believe in the giant ice walls that are surrounding
there's like the concept in the Bible of the
edge of the map.
I mean, basically, it's like it essentially is pretty much like an invisible wall. There's a name for it, but it's like in the Bible. And there was like an expedition, like I don't know, like a long time ago, where like there was a plane that was flying over. I think it was during World War I or II, because it was like a military expedition to like try to get military advantage over a specific place.
Where the fuck in the Bible is World War II?
No,
what are you on about?
No. It's talking about the. Let me hold on. Let me look up the word.
About the tower?
No.
That they built too high, and then God decided to fuck us up.
There was an expedition of a guy walking to the world border, and then by the time he got there, he saw unloaded chunks out there.
What he saw? Oh, no other chunks.
he saw the far ends from Minecraft. I don't know where he's going with this, but I'm kind of excited. I am really into like, you know, the whole thing of people trying to explain phenomenon with like myths and stuff.
If you look too far, it's gonna be like Alpha Minecraft, where you see just like the random ass mountains.
If you look too far, you find that there's no mobs. You know, they're just not spawned.
Everything just starts getting despawned out there.
Yeah. You can see like the.
That's
chunks.
why Amelia Earhart never went around the Earth.
Yeah, that's
she got
right.
despawned.
She went too far and
Notch
got
went
despawned.
/ kill Amelia Earhart.
Well, that's the thing.
No, it's Amelia Earhart fell out of the world.
That's the thing about like my like quote unquote theory. I'm not super like, you know, I don't really give a shit about it, but it's just like an interesting thing to think about.
I think you should follow in your dad's footstep.
Well, no. Where it's like it's kind of interesting to think about, like maybe like the way that our map isn't necessarily like a sphere. It's just that the way that like
it's oblong.
Our compass, it's like oblong, or it's kind of like it's what's the word for like a thing that's not really like a shape at all. Like I mean, what? It's like circular, and like it's kind of like an amoeba kind of. There's a word for that
kind of like
too.
An organic like blob.
Yeah,
shape.
I don't know the word of that one either. I'm too stupid for this, but it's
alive.
Pretty much like our navigation, like the way that we set up our navigation systems, like make it so that we follow this specific like map that we have, right? And like whether it's religious or whatever, but like there's like almost invisible walls that keep us from going too far out, but the Earth is much larger than we think it is. So it'd be interesting to think about like the aliens that we believe that exist aren't really aliens at all. They're still on the same planet. They're just on the part that we can't.
This is going to be on a different.
They haven't spawned in yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Here's the thing, right? So now we're touching onto that topic. You reminded me of this theory that people have that could totally make sense, right? So
the firmament.
The firmament?
It's called the firmament, I think.
Okay.
Hold on, let me look that up. I'm just remembering.
Is the shape itself significant in any way to your theory, or is it like just a?
He's talking about the world border.
He's talking about the shape of the world border. It's not a square.
My favorite religious Earth thing is the world turtle.
Earth thing.
Okay,
I love the world turtle. How we're just chilling on the turtle.
In biblical cosmology, the firmament is a vast, solid dome created by God on the second day of creation, which divides the primal waters into upper and lower portions. The world is found by the King James version, whatever, and then it goes into the whatever. So it's pretty much like a dome that surrounds like what we know to be the Earth.
Right.
And so my theory, right, like just a theory that like I've kind of just whatever almost out of no facts or anything like that, but I think it's interesting to think about because I really don't care, is that based on that dome and the way that we have like our navigation systems, such as like the compass and how that goes about, that has to do with like electromagnetic fields and everything, that they're not necessarily at poles, they're just at certain points that we've kind of created our maps around and, you know, created like a sphere out of, when in reality
do you
it's not
think
exactly,
that like people that went all the way around the Earth just went to the border and the border automatically like portals him to the other side?
Well, I think that what people think it was around, they kind of almost went in like a circle almost. Because people you don't ever hear about people specifically going like, say from California to Japan. Like, I don't think you ever, I can't remember what it is. Because I did my like some research on it when I was thinking about this.
Okay.
But it's like when you're flying to like any place, right? Sometimes when you're going, like say if you're gonna cross an ocean, you don't cross that ocean. Like you would think that the shortest way
you go
there,
over the land just in case.
You go on the land instead.
Yeah,
right?
You go over Antarctica at that
exactly.
point.
You go the other way instead of like the shortest distance, so that you have all the land that you can, you know, whatever you can navigate.
It's for safety features failures as well.
Yeah,
like,
so you can land.
You can have like any like engine failures, and you can just land on land instead of the ocean.
Do like repairs and
it's always more safe to cut like across essentially no man's land, like the ocean, like at the shortest route possible. You know.
Well, we're saying that we go the other way, like we do take the longer route because there's more land to land on.
Yeah, no. I'm saying like the bit that we are crossing the ocean because we have to. It's going to be the shortest possible.
Oh yeah. So, but like you would think that to make it there faster, right? And especially with like how our planes are pretty safe now. Like it doesn't really happen very often where mechanical failures happen.
Yeah.
Where you would go the shortest distance and you would just go straight there.
How does this link back to your theory though?
But so you would think that because of that, you could just do that, right? And if you were to do that, that would totally disprove the whole thing where, of course the world is, or the globe is spherical, but because we don't go that way,
going on like the circumference.
Yeah, we're kind of going
Earth.
like the circumference of the Earth instead of going around the diameter instead, because of the way that our like navigation systems are set up and our flight paths are set up.
Here's the thing, right?
Okay.
You're missing a huge chunk of travel that existed long before planes. Boats. They go straight across every time. I think he forgot about boats. I'm sure he forgot about boats.
Well, no, I don't think they would necessarily go straight across though.
Yeah,
I think they would follow like specific routes, not all the way around. I don't think they would go straight from one to another. I don't think they do that because they follow specific currents.
Depends on.
I don't think they
depends on what route. Because like at this moment, right, at our current technology,
like going from,
you don't need to follow currents anymore necessarily. So for example, if you want to go...
I think you still do.
Not really.
Well, say for example, if you want to take a cargo ship from my hometown of glorious communist China, right, all the way to a port in Los Angeles, where you have to cross the Pacific Ocean. The most efficient route for that is to just go straight across. Maybe you make a pit stop at Hawaii because it's like midway through, but like, there's no reason for it not to. Like it doesn't make any sense for it not to.
Right, but what I'm saying is I don't think you go straight. Like you just it's a straight line. I think you're
taking
sure
like a
I don't know. I would have to do more research on that.
Yeah, we both have to do more research on that because we know nothing about like, fucking naval navigation and whatnot.
Yeah,
but
not at all.
I would reckon like even if not the cargo ship, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say war times, you have to take one fucking aircraft carrier from one side of the earth to the other, like maybe fucking from Pearl Harbor to Japan. You bet your ass they're gonna go in a straight line because they have to be there fast.
Well, then, so let me pose this to you, right? Let me find a ball. Hold on.
What was Amelia Earhart's flight path?
I'm sure she goes to different spots to refuel. Because like her plane's not, especially during that time, doesn't have enough. Oh no, he's got a globe.
Do you know who beat Amelia Earhart? Jackie Chan. He went around the world.
Did he actually?
Yeah.
I thought you were making a joke about how she died. I was gonna be like coconut crabs. Who beat him?
Very good.
Her husband.
Okay, so here's where the rest of the theory comes in, right? So say this, right? The little. So I and for people at home, I have a soccer ball, right? And I'm pointing at the pinhole where you would put air into it.
Okay.
So imagine the pinhole where you put the air into the ball, right? Is the North or the South Pole.
Okay.
Right? Doesn't really matter which one it is, right? And then this part of the Earth, right here, that is what we know as the globe, and the outside part of that is the North Pole. Right? Or whichever one we know the least about. Mm-hmm. I believe the one we know the least about is the South Pole. So this pin would technically be the North Pole, right? Mm. And the rest of this part right here, like say if you were to cut a slice of the ball, say like a third, right? That's the world as we know it, right? Because then that would still make sense for us to go technically around the world. We can go in a circle, right? And then we would still be able to do all the stuff we've been saying. So navigation still makes sense. But our navigation could be based off of the magnetic pole here and the magnetic whatever shit that's happening all around, right? Because then like all the rest, like the edge of the world on the outside
the only way this would be plausible, right? And I'm really enchanted by this idea that you're proposing, right? Because that gives that excites me that there's more of Earth that we haven't discovered.
I just think I don't like actually believe any of this crap, but it's just like an interesting
it's just
thing
a really
to think
interesting
about.
thing, right?
Because like, what if we didn't realize that there's more?
Let me add a thing to make this work, right? Okay. I think that if the model that you have suggested, where only where Earth is essentially like a semi-sphere, right?
Yeah.
Where the ends bit are like the South Pole. So basically, the South Pole, instead of being the South Pole as we know it, it's basically a long strip of land that circles around the entire ice. A midsection basically of this semi sphere that we have as Earth, right? I think the only way that would be explained is that time dilation is different for different part of the world. Because if you think about it, right, the reason why the globe stuff makes sense is that, say, if you circle around the North Pole at a certain certain like circle, like a 5 miles radius circle around the North Pole, right? You travel that, and let's say, just for context, that takes 2 days, right? Now, if what you're saying is correct, and we go to the South Pole and we try to circle the South Pole, instead of taking 2 days, that would take an infinite more larger amount of time because they have just generally more distance, right? And that will fuck up everything that we know and every thing that you propose. So the only way that will work is, say, time actually passes way faster on the South Pole than on the North Pole. So instead of us thinking that it took 2 days, it's really just the dilation of time is different. It would travel much further than what we have anticipated. It's really just that we think it's slower because in our mind, the time is passing by differently.
And I think that could be the case because I don't think we've really explored all of Antarctica at all.
Well, I don't think you can, because the middle of Antarctica is just so hostile to any creatures that it doesn't make sense to mount an expedition to the middle without a humongous amount of resources and also just, anything that would make sense to us.
Exactly.
On the topic of that, right? I have confirmed recently that my mom indeed, stepmom,
traveled
Antarctica? No. She has indeed told me that she denies the moon landing. She thinks the moon landing is fake.
Well, and that's part of the firmament, right, being the dome, right, is meant to keep humanity inside, right? This religious thing is meant to keep us inside, right? Meaning that anything that we see out in space, we would have never sent any satellites out there. We would have never had the moon landing. We would have never, exited the atmosphere. There's no atmosphere to really exit because there's just this dome. That's just interesting because if that was true, right, where we had this firmament and the Earth is much larger than we think it is, all of our science goes out the window. Everything we know just goes out the window because everything about the universe is wrong.
I'm going to drop my stepmom being stupid for a quick second because there's a much more interesting topic to mine out of this, right? So when you were talking about all of that, right, the first thing that I thought of was the idea of a fourth dimension. Well, technically the fourth dimension is time, quote unquote, but the idea of having another more physical dimension than the third dimension. So the idea is that the world is much bigger than what we think it is because we are three-dimensional creatures instead of fourth-dimensional creatures. So that anything that is in the fourth dimension is completely oblivious to us because we don't know anything. So take that to an example, a level lower than what we understand. Is
oblivious to us or we're oblivious to it?
Okay, so let me explain, right? Because it's kind of hard to grasp the concept of another spatial dimension that we're not in. Let's say instead of us being us, we are two-dimensional creatures. Okay. Two-dimensional creatures are easy to understand, right? So, for example,
this is a flat thing.
Two stick man lives on a wall, right?
Yeah.
Everything that they know is on a wall.
Now explain a one-dimensional thing.
One-dimensional being is a fucking dot.
What if we're just one-dimensional things, but a lot of one-dimensional things, a lot of dots?
That's
pretty much what atoms are if you think about it.
That's three dimensions. You got it. You got it.
A lot of dots.
Yeah.
No. So So the concept of us being two-dimensional creatures, right? For example, a stick man on the wall has a safe he keeps a safe essentially on 2-dimension. It's just a fucking square with a thing in the middle.
Yeah.
Right? And for 2-dimensional creatures, no one else can get in it because on all sides it's blocked.
Yeah.
But for 3-dimensional creatures, one, if we're standing not in the direct section of the plane, they won't see us because they exist only on the plane.
Yeah.
If we stick a finger in there, they will see like essentially a cross section of our finger.
Right.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah. So
if they have a safe and they have a thing inside of that safe, like a fucking close-off square of a ball inside, us as 3-dimensional creatures can just fucking plug that thing out of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And now we will have this 2-dimensional shape, and they will have no idea how that happened.
Yeah.
Because they can't see anything that's 3-dimension.
Mm-hmm.
And we can essentially become like gods for these like little beings and just make changes to the world that they don't even know, that they can't even explain, right?
Then we give them a pencil.
And an eraser.
What
Noi me noi.
Then we get Doodleball.
So the idea of a 4th-dimensional creature to us would mean nothing. We don't know anything about how that would function or how that would work, and they can manipulate our world in ways that we cannot even imagine because we're 3-dimensional creatures.
Yeah.
So it's just that idea of like maybe we're limited by our dimension and what we know as gods or quote unquote other forces, if there are indeed other forces, are in control of an extra dimension than us, and we know nothing about that. That's what I'm thinking of when you were mentioning like there's more that we don't know about Earth. Because in that case, if Earth indeed is a 4-dimensional space, we would only be in what's confined in the 3-dimension.
Right. I think so. That's an interesting concept, but at least for me, mine goes a little bit more like, I don't want to say like based in reality, but based on like what we have, right? Because sometimes like what happens is that science is always, changing, and there's always things that are being disproven and proven and other bullshit, right? And the reason why that happens is because, like everything takes money, everything takes funding, everything, like you can't be, researching things forever, everything has a limit. And so scientists have to produce an answer for a specific question. Yeah. And so they're just like, this is it. Like, this is my theory. It hasn't been disproven so far, but I don't have any more I don't have any more funding to research this thing further, so I'm just going to give you this because we've been wrong about the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs look completely different than we thought they would.
If you really think about it,
the Europeans really fucked up on the dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, they sure
like,
did.
That's the first one I can think of. That's like just the one that I know.
Yeah, people thought like mammoth skull was like Cyclops because like their nose hole looks like an eye socket.
And there you go. So it's like our science is wrong all the time, and everything we know is based off of science.
The interesting thing about science and how we perceive the world is that, like you said, most of our modern day like knowledge and technology is based off of science. But if you really think about what science is, it's a very inefficient and primitive way to like research a thing, because we built everything we know, right, based off of trial and error.
Yeah.
To prove something and understand that as a truth of the universe, we basically have to go about that and like see every other way that is wrong until we get one that is right.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, okay, so it's true in this situation and stuff like that. And that's how we built our entire science. But if you think about it, that is extremely
inefficient.
Yeah, inefficient. Where we have to try every other thing wrong to get one thing right.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know, maybe there's something in the future that will link us to the truth of the universe that will guide us in our research. But as far as we know, if we're doing everything by ourselves, we're just going to be really slow in terms of discovering what's new, because we have to physically try it to see if it works or not.
Yeah, so at least for me, I think it's super interesting because it's like science can be wrong all the time. Nothing wrong with that, like everyone's learning, everyone's learning that they're wrong, and they're learning how to, be better and whatever, right? And science can be wrong, but the thing is like so many scientists are so based in their like egos and like that nobody else is researching this thing, and they are the experts in this one thing, and what they say is rule. You know what I mean? So it takes so much to disprove specific theories. So it's like right now what we know is only what we know because that is what the answer that is the answer that's been given to us.
Or right, what we know right now is what has worked thus far.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's a combination of both. It's either it's thus worked so far, or that's as much as we know, and
it's both scary and exciting at the same time. That someday someone is bound to find like a thing or kind of matter, or like even an entire superior race that would break every science that we know. Like,
I think as soon as we figure out whether or not aliens are real, and like we actually start talking to them and we start learning from them, everything we know
it's
crumbles.
Going to break. Yeah.
Everything we know crumbles. Yeah.
And I think in some way that's super exciting because that means that, you know, our understanding of the universe will be more complete. Maybe they can learn something from us because they evolved themselves in a different fucking way. So that, you know, that's what make like exchange of information so valuable. And if the aliens doesn't decide to just fucking come and clap our cheeks, you know, we can learn a lot.
I feel like in terms of science right now, we sort of like plateaued for the most part.
Yeah, I think
like we haven't like discovered anything new since like the 1900s.
I think we're still discovering things that are
and
new,
not, like,
but nothing
significant.
groundbreaking. Yeah, nothing that like changes all of science. And then we enter this new era of like, holy shit, what the fuck, you know?
So like nuclear stuff could have been our big thing, but then now everyone's scared of it.
Going back to like how we're inefficient in science, right? If we're the reason why we're so inefficient is that we have a lot of theories, but there's no way for us to quote unquote prove those theories. For example, the stuff we understand about black hole, there will remain theories probably for the next millennia or so because we will never get to prove it. Yeah. So like we could only calculate and predict, but because the way we structure science is purely based off of physical proof, like we can't do anything. Yeah. And that's our limitation at the moment, which I think, like you mentioned, that we're hitting, is because everything that we know has to be proven physically. And they're either really taxing and a lot of resource needs to be put in to make a little bit of change. Because this is no longer the era of just some white dude going to Africa going, "Oh, monkey!"
No, man.
Let me make him do the things for me.
No, I'm just a different color, man.
Hey, man, I'm just... Hey, what's up, my guy? What's up, man?
Or like some dude would just go in a jungle and discover 25 different new species. Like that no longer exists. That like, exploration is no longer there. Like the next step would be space exploration.
No, I think the next step would be ocean exploration. You
know, gotta go deeper.
But either one, right, would take an enormous amount of resources compared to just a dude taking a carriage to Africa.
Yeah,
you know.
I always think it's so. Whenever I'm listening to like scientists or like astrophysicists like talk about space and stuff, they're like, "We know so much more about space than we do about our own ocean," and I'm like, that's super arrogant to think that we know more about space than we do about our own ocean. Like we probably there's probably more research that goes into space because nobody really cares about the ocean, but I don't think we know more about space than we know about our ocean, you know?
I feel like that we should explore the ocean more, honestly.
Well, I think once
there's probably like better like minerals down there since everything is like so deep under pressure.
Probably, yeah.
So there's probably like stronger things down there that can like help us out so much, but we just don't do it at all.
The honest to God answer is that it's not worth really taking the risk. So this also goes back to my mom believing the moon landing is fake. So her reason is that, well, if it's real, how come we don't do it again? Answer is really fucking simple. We went on the moon and there's jack shit there.
Yeah.
And we spent like millions of dollars to put a dude on the moon and he came back with fucking nothing.
Rocks. Yeah.
Right? So it's absolutely not worth it to send the man out again, because the risk of him not returning with anything is so much greater of a loss than like the resources we're willing to put him there. Same thing for ocean exploration. Like it's not like we haven't explored the deep sea. We just didn't find shit. Yeah, cool. We found a new fucking glowing squid. Does it do anything for us? No, right? Just swimming around minding its own business. It doesn't do anything for us, you know?
I mean, yeah, those squids fucking like can reverse their age. Like they can go back and forth between their ages.
If we steal their DNA and then put it in us.
That would be huge.
Yeah.
You know? That's what we're trying to do with like the jellyfish.
Yeah.
We're trying to steal their DNA.
Yeah.
And shove it in people.
Yeah.
I think they did it with rats and it's actually like working now.
Gene splicing? Like on a
That's
different
pretty
topic?
Big.
Gene splicing seems like a really good way to go about it because it's just really taking what we have and applying it in a different way. Because we already gene splice for like different stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
GMOs.
Remember the diabetes armor that we talked about last episode? Like if we can manage that, that's a huge thing for humanity too.
That would be huge because that would take out so much of the cost.
Yeah,
for,
imagine having a little tree backpack that you can breathe out of.
You know, that'd be sick.
We should make cockroach people.
What?
Because
then we get so much closer to that book you like talking about sometimes.
Oh
yeah.
Oh.
But we ended up doing it to ourselves, which is kind of cool, I guess. I feel like we're kind of going more like, so imagine like cyberpunk but organic. You
organic
know?
punk?
Yeah, like you're kind of going into like an organic punk kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, if you think about it.
Or I feel like maybe claws on people.
Who?
Crab claws?
Overturn it. Crab
it's like
people?
the mantis blades.
Crab people? Whoa! Actual furries?
Wait, no. You know what? I don't want to do this anymore. Guys, I want to go home. I kind of forgot about furries.
It's ruined.
That's like the best thing that could ever happen to a furry.
Gene splicing?
Gene splicing. I mean, like, if you really think about it, just us having night vision is huge. Like, imagine if you can put in the genes and, like, switch out a fucking eyeball. Like in Naruto, where you can just go, and then you just fucking shove in another eye. Right?
I always thought that was hella funny. They just like take people's eyes,
just like out the fucking. Their like eyes are just like fucking currency, and you just grab it and.
Bro, where did you get that eye? I got it from your dad.
The eyes is like a skill book in that anime, honestly.
One of the guys just had like a whole like cabinet full of eyes.
Did he actually?
Yeah.
It's fucking
Obito.
insane.
He had like a shit ton of eyes.
Look at him go. Yeah, he's just have a fucking bookshelf
like
of skill books.
After Itachi like fucking murked the whole clan, he just like took all the eyeballs off their dead bodies.
Oh, did he actually? Oh, it's all of their eyes. I see. Got it.
That's fucking crazy.
Because they have like a limited use. So after it's done, he's like, well, I can't use it.
I see. I haven't actually like watched like Naruto at all.
It's neat. Like
it's a
lot
good
of the concepts are neat. It's just that they focus too much on Naruto.
yeah.
I'm gonna talk about that book that I keep mentioning. Something tomorrow. I don't remember.
The Edge of Tomorrow.
I don't fucking remember.
No.
But it's something like that.
I was like, no.
There's a race of people in there called the modular people.
Yeah.
And they have basically made themselves like, you know those power tools you see in Home Depot?
Yeah.
That has like the battery and they can attach themselves to different things.
Yeah.
Right? So basically those guys made themselves like a modular being so they can just fucking like attach different things to their their limbs and like use it in different way. And everything is
cool.
You know, bio-based, like biotech. But it's just really cool to think about how you can just like, oh, hold on, I need this. And you just go,
wait, I need some scissors. Hold on.
Yeah.
I think if there was like a time, if I ever wanted to become modular, right? I would probably go the cyber way. I would probably want to do it like a robotic way because just organically would feel weird.
The only way,
weird,
right? I mean, it's only weird because we're not used to it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to have like 16 eyeballs and just be like, what?
Honestly,
I don't know. Scorn is like all like organic stuff, and it's kind of weird.
Who?
If there's
Scorn.
If there's if you're thinking about the weird like nature of it, or how gross like we would look as modular people, right? As someone who has been trying to study
modular
design,
person,
as someone who is secretly modular, no, as someone who's been studying design, I know for a fact that there's a way to make everything hot. So if we're going the modular and biotech route, right?
Wait, is that one of the things that you study? Like your teacher's like, hey, so you ever wanted to make a squid person that has 16 limbs hot? Do this. Make one of their limbs boobs. Easy.
And now I'm not saying that's what we teach at school, but I'm saying that's
he's like, that's not what they don't teach.
that's I can't guarantee I won't be using my skills for that in the future.
Would you ever actually like draw smut or like draw porn?
Yes.
For money?
Would you go to furry porn?
Money, but I would just do it.
Why wouldn't you do it for money?
Yeah, why not?
If you're gonna do it, why don't you do it for money?
I might eventually.
You should totally do that. There's hella money in that, my guy.
If you do furry porn,
I would say in a day, honestly.
No, I have too much pride for that at the moment. If eventually for the next 5 years my life slowly gets worse and I get beat down by the necessity of having to eat, right? Then yeah,
beat down by the necessity.
Yeah, I'll fucking draw some dog penises. Like I'll go for it.
Just like go in a couple of like Discord servers, just advertise your shit. I'm sure someone will be interested.
Look,
there you go.
I'm sure if I throw away everything that I know and love, I can make a living. But at the moment, I'm still very much attached to my humanity. So
we'll see about that.
Well, I mean, only time will tell. I'm not saying I'm invincible.
You're right.
Give me starving 5 years, I would be down to do anything. Like I would suck dick for $20 if I'm starving. Or now.
Are you hungry?
Yes.
Oh. You hungry?
Are you hungry, dude?
$1 million, I'll suck it.
What?
I was like, damn, let me finish my shit.
$1 million is like, I'll do it. What?
This has been a slightly less funny episode, but like
nothing wrong with that.
For the first half, you're racist, and then
forgot we were racist for the first half.
I forgot about that too. You want to go back to racism? We can go back.
No. I think
which is the least upgradable people.
Honestly, I think indigenous. I think their DNA is too old and like too fragile to do anything.
So the inbred people.
You realize all our DNA is the same age, right? What do you mean the DNA?
No, we're saying the inbred people.
No, it's like they're all like a bunch of inbreds and stuff.
They have weak genes. Like if you take out like one gene, then they just explode.
If I give them like my blanket, they fucking explode. Yeah.
Holy if you break one of their RNA strands, they just go into like a blob.
Yeah.
Like us, strong genes here. We're well, maybe not you. You're like a bunch of Chinese people put together. So.
A bunch of Chinese people put together.
Me and Eric, strong people. We're different.
Whoa! Step down from your high horse. You're at least half Chinese.
No.
No Chinese.
Oh fuck! He's right.
I got at least 4 different races in me.
Wait, hold on, but you got a little bit of black in there, so I don't know if you're up there, man.
No, I'm good.
You go back. You're looking back to your family tree inside your head.
I was like, no, I'm good.
It's like one of those cards holder. You're just flipping through.
I'm like,
no, I don't see black people.
Well, that guy's black, but he's fine.
That was at least 500 years ago.
We were men of science for at least a good 40 minutes. I would hate for this to go full circle and we just go back to being racist. Does anyone have some sort of a topic that we can end this?
Were you gonna go farther into the modulate people or?
Yeah,
no.
We're talking about
I'm done with that.
Which race can be modulated the most?
God fucking damn it.
Oh, that's where you were going. I see.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
All right. Let's go there. Let's talk about this. Oh, midgets, least modular. You can probably use them as a module.
I was gonna say they can make like a Megazord.
Okay, can this be a clip? Can this be a clip
on board?
Can someone animate this and just have a bunch of midgets just morph into a Megazord where it's just a midget for arms and shit? That'd be awesome.
Just find 5. Actually, no. Hold on.
6.
Yeah, just find midgets. 6 midgets, with all different, so find the smartest midgets to be the head, right?
They wouldn't even look normal. They would just look like a larger midget.
Exactly.
Like a larger
like a mega midget.
Mega midget. Oh, god damn it.
They would take all the best traits of each midget.
Exactly. Right? That's what I'm saying. You find the smartest midget to be the head.
And none of them are fucking height. That'd be awesome.
The superior midget.
Superior midget. Superior.
The midget lore.
Midget lore about nothing.
The prince of all midgets.
I am the prince of all midgets. Cower to my power.
Do I'm thinking right now?
Your mom?
Yeah. No.
Don't worry, bro. I think about your mom all the time.
You know the people that are like missing their legs?
What?
What?
Like they should don't have legs.
Like
You mean
nuggets?
vegetables?
No, the Geodude people.
Are you saying put midgets for the legs?
No, the Geodude people. Like they
Geodude.
they sure just don't have legs. Like that one kid that's like, if I can't walk right, it's because of these damn legs.
Hey, yo, I have an old note that I completely forgot about, right?
Hold on, can I just... Geodude.
I need to show you guys this. I need to show you guys this video later, right?
This is like one of those dudes fighting like a regular boxer. And they're like boxing in the ring.
For the Special Olympics, right?
Oh no. Oh no.
I know you're an avid sponsor for the Special
Yeah,
Olympics.
we have a sponsor with us right here.
Oh man.
Eric sponsored the Special Olympics once, and they've been sending them letters ever since.
He still is.
Are you still sponsoring?
He's sending them $15 every month.
Fantastic. Then you will love this idea, right?
I didn't. So, I'm not. It's not really by choice anymore. I don't know how to cancel it. Special Olympics, please send me back my $15 this month. I need it to eat.
There's a Special Olympics sport that's specifically limited to people that swim with no arms.
Oh, I've seen those.
Oh, shit.
No, they go fast as fuck.
No. Okay,
They have so much less weight.
I'm about to tell you the pride of China, right? So
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've seen that guy. That guy's insane.
The current world record holder for swimming with no fucking arm is this bald Chinese dude.
Nice.
That motorboats so efficiently, right? His bald ass head would stay underwater
the entire time.
No. So how a round object is basically aerodynamic. Aerodynamic,
yeah.
or good in fluid, in moving through fluid, right? He's so good at swimming with no hands that his top of his head stays still.
I don't think he has a choice.
Yeah, he has no choice.
Is it no hands or
he doesn't
legs?
have any arms.
No arms.
Oh, this is a no arms thing.
Just,
so this is an opposite
he's just
Geodude.
a fish.
Yeah,
He's legit just a fish, right?
Oh, I see.
So
okay.
He's so efficient that the top of his head is just barely above water, but because of how the fluid dynamics is going around him,
he doesn't break water.
He doesn't break water. So he would just have a thin film of water traveling over the top of his head and forms a perfect fucking fluid aerodynamic thing. And he would just be like a blob on, those submarine that barely surfaces and you can kind of see
insane.
It's just him like a orb of floating fucking thing through the water, and he doesn't have splashes even a little bit. It's just just gliding over the water.
Okay,
it's insane.
He doesn't less than a minute, around. It's really fast.
Okay,
it's like a 100-meter dash too.
So
also before you go on,
go ahead.
taking this off the serious note a little bit because we are a comedy podcast. He swims hella fast, but boy, oh boy, when he reached the finish line, he just fucking face plants.
Yeah, so since they don't have any arms to indicate when they stop, you just go head first into the wall.
He slams into the edge of the pool so hard.
That's his buff,
I was gonna mention that. Yeah.
That's his buff. It makes him a little bit more special.
Holy shit.
Okay,
but he's always 4 seconds ahead of everyone else though, which is so
insane.
That's
he's
crazy.
more than 4 seconds, I think.
No, yeah.
It's legit him reaching the end of the lane and then popping his head out to check the score.
And everyone
smiles, and then the second fucking person in place reaches the finish line. It's crazy how fast he is.
Okay, so you probably know exactly where I'm going as soon as I say this.
Oh no.
But you know how for transgender people have been joining the women's sports and they've been dominating.
Yeah.
Imagine that guy just coming into regular Olympics and dominating that. Do you think he would dominate?
Because he doesn't have arms. I don't know what you're saying.
Is it no?
No, I don't think so.
Having arms, having the extra proportion of arm far outweighs losing the
extra
fucking
weight
the extra
and stuff?
weight and also being more fluid dynamic.
Do you think if he was
his arm was installed in the back half of him, so he have 4 limbs in the back, then 100%, he would be like a fucking
he would be like a propeller at that point.
He just like fucking like spin his arms.
Yeah. It's like a torpedo that's like in the ocean.
you know Dash and fucking his mom in The Incredibles where she was just a speedboat?
Okay, now I'm thinking of like in Starfield you could make your ships. I just like build my retard, you know? For the Special Olympics. Oh fuck, I feel so bad. I'm so sorry, Special Olympics. I do sponsor you guys.
Yeah, I'll try to find it.
Oh, that's hella funny.
While you're looking on your phone, what's our timer at, Josh?
Hour 10.
Do you think if he was an actual
dude.
like Geodude, like if he didn't have legs, he would have an advantage? Because that's a
In
lot
swimming?
more weights. Yeah, that's a lot more weight he would lose, but he has a propulsion of arms. Or is that outweighed by him not having legs?
I think the way that arms are structured can't really do like
Oh, there's a no arms or legs part.
I'm sorry. There's a
nugget
nugget
competition.
There's a nugget swim.
Wait, what are they competing in?
Huh? Swimming.
How do they?
I don't know.
You need to give me the times for those.
I found the guy.
What's the fastest time for that?
Wait, can we look at? That's a nugget.
No, this is the dude, Jaden.
Oh, that's the
Yeah,
dude.
give it to Eric.
Oh,
let me
you should
see-
watch
I
his
need
short.
to-
He's actually insane.
Can you send me the
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
I don't know if I want to do this, honestly.
Oh,
I
fuck,
don't know if I want to
dude.
put this on there. Yo, that guy's a fucking torpedo!
Exactly.
you.
He's
insane.
He looks so fucking cool.
I don't think cool's I don't think cool's a word to put it as, Jaden.
As what?
I don't think cool's the
Bro.
word to put it as.
No, I think that's cool
Yo.
as fuck.
He's fast.
I think that's a badass fucking dude right there.
I like how they gave him a shirt with arms. Yo, that's crazy!
I'm telling you, man. He looks insane.
He looks fucking majestic,
I'm
my guy.
telling you, dude. Like the
Yo.
fucking top of his head not breaking water.
That's crazy.
Oh, he's so fucking cool.
He's got that
Okay,
shit down to a
I'm gonna
science.
see
Also,
this
can
no
you
arms part.
look up the beginning of the nugget race? Because I think they would just look like sacks of potatoes falling into the bowl.
They would just fucking go.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't think we can put any of this in. Oh man.
Listen,
Holy
it's just gonna be a
shit.
lot of bleeping here and there, but we'll make it. It's fine. This is
I
great.
don't even know what to bleep and what not to bleep. You know what I mean?
I'm sure I'll figure it out when it comes.
Oh fuck! I think we need to start reading the terms of service of Spotify and everything else.
Definitely going to hell on this one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There ain't no
shit,
getting redeemed
dude.
for that, my guy.
So fucking funny.
Oh man! Wow, we really had like a roller coaster. We were retarded, and then
Oh my
we
god.
were intellectual for a little bit, and then we really got retarded.
Hey, I'm gonna take this small gap in between us being offensive to end this episode. If you guys don't mind.
We didn't talk about any notes.
No.
I'm kind of proud of
Really
us.
didn't.
No, that's a good thing.
It's
That's
a
a good
really
thing.
good episode.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a
a good
really
thing.
good fucking time.
All of our conversation was good. I think
I don't,
there's
I
like
don't know if good is the right
well,
word for
like
it.
it had,
They were
it had
amazing.
flow. There wasn't any really interruptions. It was all.
think
It was the best conversation we had yet.
I think it's a very chaotic, evil episode.
Oh, by the way, I had the Baja Flow. It was okay.
Oh yeah, we
tried
tried
the Baja Flow. You want to explain that really quickly?
Did you take a picture of that at all before?
No,
You took a picture of it afterwards.
it looked like cum.
it's a
Good.
It's half a fucking like.
Wait,
Taco
bring the
Bell
ice cream.
bottle
I'll do it in mine.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Mine's not like a Baja thing or
let's
whatever.
do a fucking Baja
What?
Blast Flow live tasting by Eric.
Yeah.
But he's gonna shit himself because it's not
Is
lactose
it-
intolerant.
Oh, is it not dairy free?
It's not dairy free
Nice.
ice cream. So unfortunately, well, while he's being fat and scooping ice cream
While
into
I'm
his drink,
spooning.
right? I'm gonna go ahead and really quickly do a little bit of housekeeping before we end. If you made it this far into our very racially and like just all sorts of prejudice charged podcast,
Prejudice.
thank you so
That's
much
some
for joining us.
smooth ass fucking
And,
ice
We
cream.
don't discriminate.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, hell yeah, we do. If you enjoy this episode, you're going to hell with us.
If you enjoy this episode, we'll see you down there, my guy.
Yeah, we'll
We'll see you down there.
We'll meet
Is
you
it
where
one
we
scoop
die.
only?
I don't know.
However
I'm doing
many
2.
fucking scoops you want, my guy.
I'm doing 2.
If you want to see any of
Mix
these
it up with the
really
spoon. I
funny
feel like it's easier that
Geodude
way.
race things that we're talking
Like
about in
mix
this
the
episode,
float.
we are going to be posting and sharing links for our visuals all over.
Are we sharing the visuals for these?
Honestly, that's
right.
up to you, but I'm thinking we should because that's who we are as a podcast.
Fuck, you're right.
Because we're just a couple of bastards going around fucking people up. Especially those are easy targets because they can't run.
Because those are. Well, no, one of them could actually run.
Yeah, not really fast, can he?
That was fast, man.
Honestly, I think he probably runs faster than we can.
Immense confidence I can catch up to him.
Toxic trait. This doesn't look half bad.
I
mean, it's ice cream and soda.
Mixing it as a float, but it really just looks like milk at this point.
Your mom looks like float.
No, my mom looks like an explosion. Ourselves?
His mom fucking
exploded.
She was in World War II and she was a mass murderer.
yeah, that's right. We're plotting her murder right
Japan
now.
got her.
Japan what?
I thought you said she got Japanned.
She got Japan. That's not good connotations for a Chinese woman.
That's not a word.
No.
Oh wait, oh. I forgot about
Hey, we gotta stop ourselves before we get canceled for more and more stuff that we're adding to the pile of offensive shit that we're saying. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you want to see on the visual, like I said before, we are all over social media. We have X, we have Instagram, we are on Pornhub, although not active. And all of our shit, it's basically Chucklefux, the title of this
Pod.
Yep, Chucklefux Pod. With no exclamation mark, right? I always
no.
Okay, good, fantastic.
Most likely not.
Yeah, and you can look for us anywhere. If you wish to, please do leave us a horrible comment saying that we're all sorts of offensive in our 100%.
Don't worry,
also rate
we
us
already
1
know.
star if you wish to. Rate us 5-star if you want to join us in hell, and we can have a cool chat, you know. And then, basically just interact with us. We are fucking attention whores. We would do anything for a little bit of interaction. It's a good time. You can join
our Discord.
Yeah, you can join our Discord. You can join our one of 2 subreddit. You decide which one is the real one, and then that's basically it. That's all we got.
This is okay.
Yeah, that's like that too when I had it.
I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's not really.
Well, in the videos I saw, they put like the McDonald's like ice cream in it.
Oh, I mean, I could see how that would work, but at the same time, it's like
I like it.
I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Would I like specifically do this again? No.
Would you say this is worth the shit that you're probably gonna have later for your lactose intolerance?
Oh, shit, I didn't think about that.
I'll let you know how bad this shit is, and I'll let you know if that's worth it.
Okay.
All right.
That is totally
You guys
fair.
kill it. I'm gonna prepare something.
Okay, go for it. So, just like how lactose is going to stir up a fucking fit inside of his stomach right now, right?
We're gonna shit.
Let's end this episode as quickly as possible so we can, for the audience, fast forward to when he report whether he was shit himself, right? Be that next episode or episode after. And also, if you're dying to find out what Josh is preparing in the back.
What? Wait, spice tolerance or my shit confidence?
Both.
I didn't realize that we were trying to test my shit confidence. Otherwise, I would have never proposed this. Yeah, well, we can still test my spice confidence. I'm pretty confident with that.
Look forward to how we absolutely decimate Eric's asshole in the next episode.
I'm going to shit, guys. I'm going to shit podcast. So bad. My little booty hole can't take that a bunch of juice. Okay, bye. Fuck, marry, kill my ass. Yay.